philosophy of existentialism given by Jean-Paul Sartre and Soren Kierkegaard. And the defining feature of existentialism is existence precedes essence. So when we speak of existence, we mean presence. You are alive. You are here on earth. When you speak of essence, that would mean your purpose, your function, your significance, or your importance. So when Sartre said existence precedes essence, he might mean that your presence comes before your significance. So meaning, you've got to be alive first so that you would know your purpose. So paano mo nga naman malalaman ang purpose mo kung hindi ka pa naman nabubuhay sa mundong ito? The person has to experience life first. The person has to walk through a lot of paths first before he would know his real essence. Okay? That is why this philosophy is known to be the philosophy of subjectivity, because it believes in the power of man to create his own life and to create his own world. According to the existentialists, man is capable enough of creating his own life, creating meaning out of the life provided him, and that man is capable enough to do whatever he wants in life. Alright? Kaya nga sinasabi na kapag nagtagumpay ka, then you congratulate yourself. But if you fail, then do not blame other people of your failure. You have to blame no one except yourself, because you make your life, you make your own choices, and that you live your own life. No one is in control of your life except yourself. That is why the existentialists claim that people are free to choose what to make of their lives. People are free to choose. They have their own rationality. They are the highest forms of animals, and so they are free to choose what they would want to do with their lives, and that their individual passions are what drives them. Meaning, the life a person creates depends on the passions that drives him. Depends on the goals that drive him. Alright? So, the main concern of the existentialist is to help students understand and appreciate themselves as unique individuals. The role of the teacher is to guide students, to help students understand themselves, and as well as their potentials, their skills. And the teachers have to help these students appreciate themselves as unique individuals, that they might not be the same as other people, because these individuals are born uniquely, born differently from the rest of the world. And another thing, the existentialists also believe that these students must be taught how to accept full responsibility of their actions, of their feelings, and of their thoughts. Okay? So no matter what happens, the teacher or the students must accept the fact that they have to be responsible for whatever it is that happens in their life. Okay? So what is then the role of the existentialist teacher? The existentialist teachers then should help students define their own essence. The teacher should guide the students to look or to find for their own essence, their own purpose, depending on their own potential. So how would a teacher do it? First, by exposing students to various paths they take in life. So you present them the life alternatives. You present them the life's choices. And from those choices, you let them choose. The teacher is not the one to choose for them. The students would choose for themselves. And aside from that, the teacher should also create an environment in which the students are free to choose anything according to their own preferred way. So the role of the teacher is just to set everything, to guide the students, to help them find their real purpose, their potential, their skill. And according to the existentialists, since feeling is not divorced from reason, so meaning your feeling is connected to your reason or your mind is intertwined with your heart, hindi daw pwedeng hiwalay ang dalawang ito. Your head and your heart should work hand in hand. Yun ang paniniwala ng mga existentialists. So because these two things, your head or your heart, are inseparable, then the existentialist should make sure that he develop the whole personality of the person. There should be a holistic growth for the person and not just, developing the mind. The existentialists do not believe creating intellectual monsters. Sabi nila, hindi mo lang daw dapat binibigyan ng pieces of information yung mga bata. Hindi mo lang daw dapat sila ginagawang matalino. You are not supposed to be creating intellectual monsters according to the existentialists. Your job as a teacher is to develop the heart, to develop the mind, and make sure that their growth and development is holistic. Okay? So what is to be taught in an existentialist classroom? Una, students are given a wide variety of options from which to choose from. So the teacher only has to offer choices to the students, and that humanities subjects are given because according to the existentialists, this subject would help students unleash their potential and discover their own creativity and self-expression. So here, the teacher helps students define their essence. Okay, it is not the teacher that defines the essence of the students. The teacher just helps the students define their own essence. You help the students find their own purpose, their own potential, and you help them unleash this potential. That is why it is very essential that you develop them holistically so that they would become good decision makers. Because kapag ang isang tao daw nag-decide gamit ang both utak tsaka puso, then ang decision talaga niya would be the best decision that he could ever come up with. That is why, because in the existentialist classroom, the learner is the center, then the interests and the needs of the students must also be prioritized, and that the students are the students are the center of everything, the center of the teaching and learning process, not the curriculum. So meaning, kapag ayaw na mga estudyante itong bagay na ito, di ba, mong ituro kung hindi sila handa, wag mo muna silang turuan. That is why existentialists focus on the individual himself, and the learning is self-paced and self-directed. So, kung kailan sila handang matuto, dun ka pumasok. Kung anong gusto nilang pag-aralan, yun ang pag-aaralan nila. Kung kailan nila gustong makinig, dun sila makikinig. Okay? Teachers as well do not impose values in an existentialist classroom because values are too personal. Okay? You show them the values, and then they will be the one to decide kung anong values ang i-uphold nila. Your job is only to present them the value, and then you let them understand the importance of such value and the importance of acquiring such value. Okay? That is why the teachers are merely facilitators of the learning process, and the task of the teacher is to craft creative strategies like that of the differentiated task so that all potentials of the students will be tapped. Ang example po ng differentiated tasks ay ganito. Okay class, I'll be grouping you into 3. Lahat ng mga magagaling kumanta dito sa part na to, lahat ng magagaling sumayaw dito, ang mga magagaling gumawa ng poems doon. Okay? Differentiated tasks. Your task would be based on their skills and would be based on their own interests. Okay? So, yun yung ganun kaganda ang existentialist classroom.